Today's video is as much for you guys as it is for me. I've been finding over the last number of years, but especially right now because of the cellulitis in my elbow and not getting to work everything as much, that my mobility through the legs is really stiff and I'm not floating those head kicks up as nice as I would want to. So I'm gonna put myself through right now a half hour. We're gonna do stretching. We're gonna do controlled kicks. We're gonna work trying to get that leg really high up to head level. Everything that you need to just be able to kick high and not have everything hurt. So just follow along with me. This is my own routine for today, which I need to do. I'm just gonna get everything loosened up and hopefully you guys just enjoy. You can see I'm just doing a little pulse here, trying to open up the hip flexor a little bit as I stretch my quad. Something I've also noticed throughout the years is I think my head kicks are not as fluid as they used to be, simply because when I spar, I try not to hurt people. So I don't throw as many head kicks as I probably should be. So I need to get back to these types of routines, get that flexibility, that strength up so I can still snap those kicks up and start landing some more knockouts in my fights with the feet to the head. Okay, legs out, just a gentle lean down to one side. I'm just trying to get a couple of little kinks out before I start any of the kicks because everything just hurts so bad right now. A big part of that is I haven't been able to punch really. So I have been trying to do some road work. And I guess the excessive amount of road work versus all the other activities which I normally do is also stiffening my legs up. We're gonna push out the knees, just bend them at the same time. And I'm gonna pop up a couple hip circles each direction. And I'm gonna move into my first little mobility drill here. So I'm going to, you can use the wall if you need to. I'm going to do my, well, maybe I will as well. I'm not gonna worry so much about the balance here. It's just the strength. Chamber for the round kick, pulse up and down. We're gonna go for 50. And really trying to challenge yourself on the height so every time you lift, you feel a stretch. And try to make sure your foot stays chambered quite high so you don't naturally drop it. We want to get the side here, and elevating that foot is going to make that happen. I got 20 more left in my count. You should feel a good burn there. Grab your knee in the same position it was just in now and just elevate. Lean back slightly further than you were. Get a big opening on the stretch there. And switch legs. Chamber tight. I'm at 20. Ten more in my count. Shake out for a second and then pop the leg right back up. Collect the knee and pull as high as you can. I got a couple good pops there in my groin. Things starting to feel a little bit looser. And down. Whew. Okay, let's take a quick second. Try and loosen up a bit there. Push the hips forward. The split for me is actually one of the stretches that feels the best because it just focuses on the groin. But But after, we're gonna get some different ones. Some of the ones that I know are gonna really hurt me. This is actually one that I usually start with just because overall, like I said, it's somewhere where I'm very flexible. But high kicks are not just groin flexibility. There are other areas which I find get really stiff and can impede my high kicks. All right. So now I'm gonna work some extension on those techniques there. I'm gonna be flicking it out 50 times. I'm gonna challenge myself by not going at an easy height. An easy height for me is hip level. Hard is head. I'm gonna try and go around shoulder. Suggest you do the same for the 50. Full chamber back in between. It doesn't have to be crazy fast. Just go through the motion right now. And a fast leg switch, other side. And I'm done. One of the most frustrating parts as well is once your general high kicks start to feel tight, then your ability to do Brazilian kicks really suffers. So I'm gonna use one of the ones here that I want because I want to get those back. I want to get them floating up really easy. I'm gonna grab my shin, elevate my foot as high as I can, but I don't care if my knee drops. It's just about getting my foot high. And that's the position that I want at the last moment before I drop my foot down towards somebody's head. Just hold it there, stretch it out. Let's go other side. Oh, this side's a lot tighter. Ooh. It's been about 10 days since, maybe even more, 12 days since I've been able to really blast in good punches. So lots of running is always going to mean you got to do more stretches. And get a couple of the hamstring ones that you see runners do. Forward, heel on the floor, toes up, and then just sweep through, reach down, just back and forth across the room. And into a big lunge, grab the foot, pull the heel tight. As you do this, you can see like right here, I'm getting a pretty good stretch, but once I drop that hip as low as it'll go, now the stretch is almost nauseating. It's so much deeper. And a switch. Oh, yeah, I really need this today. All right, back to working some of the mobility stuff here. We're gonna start with a swing. When it gets up to the full height, we're gonna try and pause for about 3 seconds. Hold for 3 seconds, let it swing back down, right away up, hold. Gonna go for about 30 seconds in total, and go. And switch. and down. Whew, okay. Next one, we're gonna be going from side to side. We're just placing the leg out and just getting those kicks firing. Try and challenge yourself on the height. We're gonna go for 30 seconds, alternating sides. You're already in your pivot position when you lift, so you don't have to worry about any of the real mechanics of the kick. It's just lift up to here, extend, rechamber. Hands turn beforehand. That's all you have to do. 30 seconds. Good, and quick stretch here. This is one of my least favorite stretches because for some reason it hurts me so bad. I get, instead of this direction, which people do a lot of stretching, we're gonna come the other way. I like to set this back leg up first, and then I extend this leg out. Once I get to here, it's almost like a split. I push my hip forward, try to make sure there's no massive pressure on the knee there. Find a position that's comfortable for that. But then the stretch in there for me is just, oh, it's so bad. And I just play around by leaning my body weight a little forward. This way obviously pulls off the groin there, but if I lean backwards at all, it really lights up that bent leg. Just hang out here for another 5 seconds, then we'll switch. Other side. I'm so deep in this, I almost have to pull my straight leg in first, just so I can get that back one out. Now we go opposite. "30 seconds here. And leg in. A couple quick final ones before we get back to some kicks. Lean it back, bend your knee, grab the foot, pull your knee towards the floor. Switch legs. And stand it up. And we're gonna get back to some kick stuff. All right, on this one, we're gonna go low, middle, high, all in one. Yes, this is very karate style stuff, but again, it's gonna challenge you. It's gonna help build up those muscles and help you with your kicking ability. So we kick once low, rechamber once medium, rechamber once high, rechamber, drop our foot, and then we go again. 30 seconds on one leg. Not too fast for this round, just slow and smooth. And now we're gonna go 10 seconds, same thing, but pick up the speed. Everything's snappy. All right, we got the right leg in. Now we're just gonna try and float some head level kicks up. Now that that's feeling a little looser for me. Just 5 practice ones. Already feeling better. And other side, starting on 30 seconds of light, low, middle, highs, and go. And 10 seconds fast. And left round kicks up at head level. I'm going to throw a little skip in beforehand, 5 of them. Okay. We're going to go just a lift, hip level, head level, hip level, head level. 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off for 30 seconds. Starting low and go. And up. Low. And up. Low. And up. Switch legs. A little shake out. And low. High. Low. High. Low. And high. And down. All right, let's return to a deep stretch now. Not feeling perfect yet, but it's coming along. Legs, exact same position. Try to get that 90-degree bend. I can't go on my elbow yet, but I suggest you guys just put both weight on your elbows and then push your knees back, or sorry, push your hips back towards your heels. Just hang out there for a little bit. I'm going to do some gentle shifting. One leg extends slightly, the other heel comes tight. Just shift it back and forward. Try to keep leaning back as you do it. And just back to that neutral one. Really push back, hold for 5 seconds. And relax. Oh. I felt that one really pulled my hip flexors, so let's loosen those back up. Switch legs. Okay. We're gonna go from lifting as high as we can to extending the leg with free, no support, and then coming back to here. You might find that as soon as you release and you start extending your leg, your knee naturally will fall because of the extra weight and the lack of strength. Don't worry about that. That's okay if it happens. As high as you can when you're pulling, and then as high as you can when you extend your leg out and go free of the hand. 5 seconds on, 5 seconds off for 30 seconds. And start with the grab. And extend. And the grab. Extend. And the grab. Extend. And down. Other side. And go. Extend. And grab it. Extend. And grab. And last one, extend. and down. Whew. A few more hip circles each direction. Okay, this one's a little bit more challenging. We're gonna go from a front kick, fairly high, just flipping back and forward. This will mostly come from the pivot on the floor, but I find that the transition back and forward makes it a lot easier to end up getting in those transitions when you do the Brazilians. So hold on to something. We're gonna transition every 3 seconds. And up, switch, 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 almost there, switch, one more transition, switch, oh, and down. Oh, I felt the glute on that one. Other side, up, switch. We're trying to get high on this one, switch, 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 one more, switch, and down. Ooh, if you feel the glutes fading out on that one, that just means they need more work. I definitely felt it. Let's get a quick stretch in for the glutes. Leaning back, just cross the legs, ankle on knee. If you want, you can reach up, grab your hamstring, pull towards your chest. Hold it for another 5. And switch. We're gonna start getting into some faster movements now that I'm starting to feel like things are loosening up just a little bit. Back up. Okay, on this one, we're just gonna put up a very simple, not a big arced one, not a big arced around kick, just kind of up like this. Maybe the person's throwing a punch and leaning in, and we're just kind of going boom, coming up towards head level, not a front kick, a round kick, but very shallow in the angle that we pick. Fire this one up fairly fast, pretty minimal on the pivot, but we're still going up to about head level. All right, just 5 of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off the lead leg, no skip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, now we're gonna come all the way around, but we're gonna control it. Whatever height feels comfortable for you. I'm trying to get up to head level. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. A couple more hip circles. We're gonna wrap this up in about 5 minutes. So if you've made it to this point in the video, good for you. Stick around for the last little bit. Keep it going. This is where we're gonna get the challenging part going, a little more fatigue through the legs. All right, this one's gonna be rapid kicks for 20 seconds and a 10-second hold to finish off. The kicks are gonna be hopefully around a somewhat challenging level. I'm gonna go chest level, and then the hold for the last 10 seconds is gonna be as high as you can. And you get it up to like max height, even if it starts creeping down in the 10 seconds. All right, flicky little kicks, 20 seconds, fast pace now, and go. And the hold out. And down. Other side. And go. And the hold. And down. It's feeling better, it's not feeling great. Remember, there's not going to be much substitute for actually just getting in front of a bag and throwing head kicks, provided your technique is looking really good. That's going to be the big key, and I'll probably go and do that as soon as I'm done this video. Go and put in 5 minutes, just kicking up at head level, hard and fast. But all of this beforehand is going to make it so much better. Because if I would have gone and done that before this video, I would have just been struggling the whole time, just feeling so broken. So let's get another one in here, and let's go this time with a lift into a front kick position, and then that rapid transition where the foot moves above the knee, holding for balance here. I come up and I flip, and that's it for the first 3. Up and flip for a good question mark kick. And 1, 2, 3, other side, and 1, 2, 3, and now we're actually just going to do that for real. Let the kick just sail through. And 1, 2, 3, other side, 1, 2, 3. That one's still not feeling great. Out to a wide, drop to one side. Other side. I'm gonna go no hands, or sorry, no bum touching the floor, but max split. Shift my weight back and forward, trying to find all the spots that are tighter. And back up. All right, we're just gonna get the last 60 seconds in here. Ooh. We're just gonna go for the straight burn down. Leg out, good height, 30-second hold, nothing else. Challenge yourself on that height though. If you just hold it at an easy height, it's not really worth doing. And up. Only 10 more seconds. And down, other side, and go. Last 30 here. Ten seconds, keep it up there, fight, fight, fight. And down. Oh. All right, guys, there's a solid half hour. If you do this, I don't know, even once a week, along with some of the other videos that I have, which are just like 5 minutes, it's gonna help a lot. This is gonna help me. I know I'm gonna go and do 5 minutes of kicking the bag at head level right now while I'm loosened up, and hopefully everything will just start feeling a little bit more natural. Thanks for joining today. As always, train hard. See you back here soon for another video.